All right, welcome back as always here on The Gambler. We get some great things to give away, courtesy of our friends over on the, in the iHeart cluster. And this year, I plan on doing more with the Philadelphia Flyers. And John Jansen joining me right now on the Gambler Hotline. And John, did you know that the Flyers open up at home tonight versus the Vancouver Canucks? Are you ready?
I am, but are you ready for the parking lot to be an absolute nightmare today?
I need you to save that for 1 second because we're giving away tickets.
I know. All right. It's going to be a great time. Easy access into the Wells Fargo Center. It's going to be a fun game. I like the vibes for the Flyers.
Oh, yeah.
Now.
There you go.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's great. This game is going up at 6. There's all sorts of madness going on down there. Block party.
What else could be happening? You know what? Nothing else is happening down there.
We'll find out. Anyways, to let you know, it is a new era of orange in Philadelphia. The Flyers return to the ice for the 2023-24 season with an opening night matchup against the Vancouver Canucks going down this evening. All fans get a Flyers opening night t-shirt presented by Fanta, not John Fanta. Fanta. Tickets are on sale now at PhiladelphiaFlyers.com. Once again, 6 p.m. Shukri, our guy Shukri Wrights is going to head down there this evening. Nice. And we'll be giving away another pair of tickets over on our YouTube channel. All you got to do is subscribe. Hit me up. I got a post on socials. Just let me know you want another pair. We're giving them away. We got another pair we're giving away. So please hit me up. Let me know if you want to go to tonight's Flyers and Canucks game. Without further ado, let's get on over to the Diamond, and let's talk about, first of all, John Jansen. We were live on the postgame show last night. Great job by you and Luke. You guys will be back at it again this evening, hopefully talking about another performance like last night. I hope so. I was just listening to the MLB Network on a quick drive to scoop up some cat food and some pull-ups. Welcome to my life. I did get a Starbucks.
Man. Oh, did you? There you go. It's the little things like that,
Did get a Starbucks.
What'd you get?
Vanilla latte.
PSL?
No, vanilla latte. I don't think I've ever had a pumpkin spice.
God, you're so vanilla. You've never had a pumpkin?
No.
Excuse me?
No.
Why? Why not? Are you too cool for pumpkin spice?
Rita's. I had a great pumpkin spice from Rita's.
Ooh, yeah. I haven't had that yet. I need to try that.
Very good. You know what I am a creature of? I'm a creature of habit. So when I go to Starbucks, I just pull it up on my app, and it's what I've already ordered.
You just eat the same thing every. Are you like that? Are you like Skip Bayless, where you're just eating plain chicken and rice every day? Is that you?
Damn, I wish I was like Skip Bayless in more ways than one. Definitely the bank account. He's in a lot better shape than you and I both.
I mean, how far does this go?
He's a terrible human being, though.
He's awful. But how far does your creature of habit thing go? At what extent?
Not that far. It means I go to my previous order history and I'm like, all right, I already ordered that, and I know I don't have to do because I get 2 shots. Always got to go 2.
2. Okay.
Give me 2. 1 pump, because anything over 1, your next thing you know, you're like
realizing the 20-ounce one, what is it? The Venti is 5 pumps of pumpkin. I didn't realize that.
No,
because I opened the app for the first time. I don't usually use the app, and I was like, you know what? I'll try out the app and stuff.
Welcome to 2023.
Yeah, 5 Well, I use the app for Dunkin', but Starbucks doesn't have good reward system for their app, so I never used it.
Gotcha.
But I was like, why not try it?
Right.
No, now I'm getting real deep into it. I'm talking about reward systems now, Brace.
It's all right. It's good, man.
Dunkin' used to have one of the best fast food or chain reward systems, and then they switched it not too long ago, and now it stinks. But I like it. I still use it.
As I said, I was in my car listening to MLB Network, and they were doing what every host should be doing, and they should be making it a little bit more difficult than what we necessarily are doing here in Philadelphia, where we think we're going to mash 6 more bombs tonight. Noah's going to be perfect through 7.
Can they not be solo home runs, though? Can we a couple 2 runs, 3 runs? That'd be nice.
I would like that too.
Yeah, right.
So the first thing that they said is that they went against Nola before, and they've had success. The Arizona Diamondbacks know Nola. They know what he's got as far as stuff is concerned. Now everything's going to be ramped up a little bit more. Your thoughts on that? What have you dug up so far about the success as far as the Diamondbacks versus Nola in previous starts? And do you think any of that applies to tonight? Once again, this game being played in the jungle.
It's 0. Anything with the Phillies that happened in the regular season does not apply at all whatsoever to the postseason. Because even the Braves, Aaron Nola didn't pitch well against the Braves this year. The Braves had no shot. Braves couldn't hit him. So like it doesn't apply. You know, it's a completely different, and even Nick Castellanos said it, like it's a completely different season going from the regular season to the postseason. None of that matters. Aaron Nola is pitching better than he has ever all season. He pitches better in the postseason, it seems like so far, albeit like a couple of starts. But for the most part, has been pitching better in the postseason than he has in the regular season. That none of that applies. Like I think we were trying to do that yesterday. A lot of people, a lot of bettors, I think, with Zach Gallen. You know, Zach Gallen's really good. Zach Gallen has success with the Phillies. Zach Gallen should be comfortable at Citizens Bank Park. He's from South Jersey, all that stuff. And it's true for the most part. Zach Gallen did really well against the Phillies in his career and has done well against them and had some really good PVP numbers against the Phillies. Sean, none of it mattered because it's a different season and he got shell-shocked by the Phillies, and it was a game that he didn't pitch well at all, and the Phillies ended up winning. So to me, none of that applies. I think what you have to apply is what we've seen from the Phillies in the postseason, what we've seen from Aaron Nola in the postseason, and they are just better than whatever the Diamondbacks are throwing out there. I know the Diamondbacks have looked great, but Nola now, I mean, he's been excellent in the postseason. We've seen guys like Trey Turner, Bryce Harper, Nick Castellanos, and now Kyle Schwarber adding into the mix. Those are guys I would bet on again, and I probably keep betting on them until the wheels fall off. But it's just I can't apply any of that other stuff into a completely different situation. It just doesn't apply here.
Yeah, Aaron Nola, just to let everybody know, this is career, not just specifically to this season. 2-2 with a 7.67 ERA, 5 career starts against the Diamondbacks. But again, Nola's been in the damn league forever. So, you know, look, bottom line is it is the playoffs. Kelly, this is his second start since the first time he pitched in game 1 of the NLDS when they beat the Dodgers 11-2. He was 6 3rd back on October 7th. He hasn't pitched since then. Your thoughts on that? Is that a good thing for Arizona? Is that a good thing for Kelly? Is that beneficial for the Diamondbacks? Or would you like a guy that's been in the rotation every 4 days, whatever it is, as far as Diamondbacks are starting? Obviously, the difference with the series being tightened up. But is that an advantage for the Diamondbacks or a disadvantage in any way? Or is it just a moot point?
No, I think you're right to bring that up because I think more rest usually for pitchers. You know, for hitters, it's different. Hitters, it's a lot on timing. But I think pitchers at this point, it's arm health. And, you know, the more rest you have, the more your arm's probably going to be working better. And you're probably going to get your velocity up to your standard, maybe even above that. So, yeah, rest to me always is important. Now, the difference is, you know, short rest, you know, makes a big difference because Spencer Strider, we saw that. You know, on 4 days rest, he's a lot different than on 5 days rest or 6+ days rest. So I think that Merrill Kelly's rest, yeah, that certainly helps him out in this circumstance. Doesn't mean he's going to pitch well against the Phillies. I have no idea. You know, against this lineup, I think it's tough to expect that. And especially with the Phillies at home, it's tough to expect that. But it is a good thing. Like they are going to get probably a better version of Merrill Kelly and a good version of Merrill Kelly. But is that still good enough to you know, shut down the Phillies lineup? That's a completely different story. But yeah, I think it is a good thing, though.
His stuff ain't that nice. Right?
No. I mean, he's great. Well, Zach Gallen, you know, Zach Gallen looked like a Cy Young candidate almost all year, and everybody telling me his stuff looked great. And, you know, he got beat. You know, the Phillies lineup got to him pretty quick.
What is your take on what happened last night? Were the Phillies aggressive? Was Gallen's fastball flat? Was it just too deliberate? Was it just a team that's so hot and you can't do anything about this unless you have, I don't know, like Garrett Cole going 1 and Verlander going 2? Like what happened last night? And should we expect it to continue because this game is at Citizens Bank Park? Oh, by the way, they beat the Braves 13-3, I believe, in that game against Bryce Elder. So, you know, like, should we expect this game to just be a blowout again?
I don't know about a blowout, you know, because the Phillies last night probably should have blew them out. You know, that should have been a 7-8-1 game, but errors ended up, you know, being a problem, and they didn't hit with runners in scoring position. So that's a little bit of a worry that they don't put these games away. But, you know, I think we see over and over again, just the Phillies are too good with their lineup. You know, their lineup has been hitting. I expect it to still hit. You know, Trevor May posted a post, which he retired, by the way. So congrats on the retirement, Trevor May.
He's very good.
Yeah, he posted a thread of like all these things you can do against Bryce Harper and, how you can attack his swing and what are his cold spots in his zone. But the tough thing he said at the end of that thread is, well, it's tough to make your pitches in the postseason. Like, don't ever take for granted what Zach Wheeler's done. Zach Wheeler pitching that strong and commanding the strike zone as well as he does in the postseason just doesn't happen. We do not see that. No, it's just not Zach Wheeler being a power pitcher. Look at where his pitches are being located. These are on the corners. These are pitches that are close to the strike zone, right out of it. His sinker's in the strike zone, then falls just out of it, and these guys are missing it over and over again on the inside. So it's the execution of pitches that ends up being a problem. And when you're Zach Gallen, who's not throwing like 98, 99, and even we saw with Spencer Strider pitching 99, 100, if you make mistakes in the playoffs, these guys are going to punish it. And with guys playing and hitting as well as they are with Bryce Harper and all the other guys in the Phillies lineup, they are punishing mistakes. And so, I feel like that trend can continue. Now, I don't know if the Phillies are going to continue to hit home runs at the rate that they are. Maybe at home they'll continue to do it. But at some point that's going to end, and they're going to have to hit with runners in scoring position, be able to, play. I hate to say small ball, but move runners, things like that. Merrill Kelly's going to make mistakes though, and the Phillies are going to punish them. And I just think they're going to continue to get those opportunities at the plate.
Correction: the Phillies beat the Braves 10-2 in Game 3. Let me just make sure that is
How
correct.
Yeah,
10-2. Sorry, not 13-3.
Huge difference between 10 and 13.
Followed up again with the 3-1 victory in Game 4 against Strider. Now, you have to think like, okay, all right, we saw what you did. Now we need to be more aggressive, and I do expect that from Arizona's perspective, and I do think that they will try and attack that first pitch fastball on Nola if he does indeed give him that. I don't believe he will. I don't think Aaron Nola, I truly do believe deep down in my gut this is a Nola masterpiece tonight, and I'll give you my favorite play. But even if that is the case, the hope is what for loud outs. The hope is for balls hit right at certain defenders out there in the field. Everyone looks like they're locked in at this point in time.
Well, yeah. What you're hoping for is just.
What if they are aggressive? Is that a difference? Do we expect the Diamondbacks to get on the board this evening here tonight?
So I don't know what their approach is going to be. I found their approach kind of weird in yesterday's game because they were just kind of waiting on Wheeler to make mistakes and not pitch in the strike zone, and he was pounding the strike zone. I was expecting them to be a little bit more aggressive, knowing Wheeler's been throwing and pumping a bunch of strikes. So I was kind of. That game plan was weird. Maybe that's one where they're a bit nervous, butterflies, and they're in a crazy environment that they weren't really ready for that environment.
Welcome to hell.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know if they're going to overcorrect things and maybe be a little bit more aggressive, but if they're more aggressive against Nola, and again, his fastball is working, you can be aggressive against a 95-mile-an-hour fastball in the first inning. You're probably not going to hit it that well with the way Nola was pitching. And then if you're over aggressive, his curveball is going to eat them alive. So it's a very tough game to be playing, and that's what makes the Phillies pitching so tough. They have a few different styles of pitchers, and Nola pitching at his best. It's good luck if you're over aggressive, because I don't think it's going to be a great game plan against him. What I would probably do is just kind of wait on that curveball, because he has been hanging his breaking stuff. That's also been a bit of an issue, and his breaking pitches have been hit for home runs as well. But I think with the velocity of his fastball, these guys just can't wait on his breaking pitches. You do that now, his fastball is blowing right by you. So if they're aggressive on the fastball, that means they're getting eaten alive by the curveball, though. Good luck. A lot of it is just if Nola continues to pitch as well as he has in the postseason, I don't see not the Braves. The Braves didn't, but I don't see the Diamondbacks able to hit him. So I'm with you. I'm all over Nola tonight, and I think he does pile up strikeouts. I say at least 5 or 6. Now, if they are aggressive, that means Nola can go a little bit deeper. I know we sometimes worry about Nola going deeper, but it helps if he can get into the 7th inning. And your bullpen, you don't have to go so deep into it, because it does seem like Thompson is shying away from some relievers like Jeff Hoffman. But
he'll get work tonight. He was up in the pen last night. He was ready to go in case Wheeler gave up that home run, whatever it might be. But they got Strahm out there. They got Ryan. They got Hoffman. Just because they used all those guys last night doesn't mean that they're depleted tonight, right? They might not go back to those guys.
They're not depleted.
That bullpen
tonight
is a strength.
It is. It's more of a strength, though, when you can use it and still keep it kind of short. Because, if you're extending these, let's just say, fifth inning, that's still an extra inning. And I don't think you can be as versatile if you're, the more innings you're using, because that means you're using more relievers. You're probably playing matchups more. And Rob Thompson likes to use relievers, cycle through them very quickly.
Yeah.
So I just think it's better when you're in the late innings and you can get to that seventh inning at least for Nola, and then you can start playing matchups. So if Soto has to go in for one lefty, you can go in for one lefty. You don't have to worry about, hey, we got 4 or 5 more innings to pitch here. So I think Nola can go deep. I think it's a beneficial if he can go deep. And if that's the case and they have the lead in the 7th inning, and then that's when they go to the bullpen, it's just, they can play so many matchups. I think it's just so hard for the Diamondbacks to have to play against that.
All right. My favorite play, and I want to get yours, going off of what we just said. I think this is a Nola masterclass. I think Nola, again, gives us the salute walking off the field. 1 out into the 6 1/3, or 6 1/3 innings, somewhere around there, that ballpark. And I think he ends up with 7 strikeouts. I also think he's in line for a victory. And I think that Nola comes away with the dub this evening at plus 185 to get the win on DraftKings Sportsbook. I'm a little seduced by that number. I get it, but I'm in. Like, I was already feeling Nola. And if you're going to roll that number out there, plus 185, he's a minus 166 favorite on the money line. I get it. He's got to get the victory, whole different ball game, and a lot more expectation going into that start. But I believe he's going to back it up. And Thompson might let him go a little bit extra because it's the moment and he's at home and who knows what the future holds. But all in all, I think Nola steps up in a big way, continues on the path that he's been over the last 4, 5, 6 starts. So give me 7 total strikeouts. I'm willing to hit that 5.5 at minus 110 on DraftKings. Absolutely on that one for the over. I'm taking Nola plus 185 to get the win. The team total 4.5. I am a team total terror right now, John Jansen. It's the month of October. I'm like Freddie out there, cashing them left and right. I hit the Phillies 2 times on the damn team total yesterday at 3.5. We're running it back at 4.5 plus money. I'm right there with you. I think this could turn lopsided. I'm going to back off some of the wagers as far as these hitters are concerned. I think Stott might come around. He's going to get opportunities because you'd be foolish to go up there and pitch to Castellanos, whose name is up there right now with Reggie frickin' Jackson for hitting 5 home
all
runs
the Phillies,
in a 3-game.
the trio, Turner, Castellanos, and Harper.
Bryce Harper right now is number 2 in most home runs in Phillies playoff history, only behind Jason Worth with 11. Bryce Harper has 10. Utley has a 10. Like, this is crazy what we're seeing. I'm putting all that to the side. I think Stott has a big game. I'm willing to take him total bases and an RBI. Bohm hit the ball well last night. Don't get fooled. If you're looking at somebody else to possibly be that guy, Bohm squared up 2 balls last night, 2 loud outs. I wouldn't mind looking back at him. I'm not. Of course, Harper, Castellanos, I think you're rolling the dice because there's just no way if I'm the Diamondbacks, I am making – those guys can't beat me. They just can't. You got to do what you have to do.
At some point,
everybody
you
else
pitching around these guys.
Yeah. Everybody else. You can't pitch to Harper and Castellanos. That's where I'm at. Favorite play, though, plus 185. Nola gets the dub. Let's go.
Yeah, honestly. I mean, what the Phillies are doing is mostly solo home runs. But still, if Bryce Harper's up there and there's somebody on base or even it's empty – they're not hitting well with runners in scoring position. I'd walk those guys. I'd walk the home run hitters.
Why not?
Make the Phillies beat you with, their other guys and try and beat you trying to hit with runners in scoring position. Yeah, I agree with you. Why not? Try that out. And if you get beat by Alec Bohm or like Brandon Marsh or Bryson Stott, so be it. But you cannot just continue to let Harper, Castellanos, and like even Schwarber just mash through you. Like I wouldn't allow those guys to do it. So I would tempt that. But I think I'm with you. So in terms of hitting, I'm on Brandon Marsh. Marsh going up against another righty again. I think he's swinging a good bat. I know he only had 1 hit. He had a walk yesterday, but I see multiple hits again. But I think over a hit for Brandon Marsh, I have it here right now, minus 120. So it's not juiced up a lot. I think Brandon Marsh has been excellent. He's been one of the best hitters in the lineup. I think that's been under the radar a little bit because around Brandon Marsh, nobody's really doing anything because after Brandon Marsh, I think is Johan Rojas, and Rojas hasn't hit well. So we haven't really talked about Marsh impacting this series too much. But the good thing is Marsh is getting on base and he's hitting. And so I think Marsh minus 120 for a hit or over a half a hit's good. But I like your to record a win because we saw that number yesterday. Sarah Lang posted that the Phillies have led all but 2 innings so far in the postseason. They get runs early, they get leads early. Their pitchers have been going deep, and there's so much opportunity for them to record a win. And I think they get the win today. So to me, don't play the run line, don't play the money line. The run line's okay, but still, this can get a little bit close just because if it is a 3-2 game, so be it. But I think it's more Aaron Nola is going to go out, pitch 6 innings, walk off with the lead, and the Phillies bullpen keeps that. So I like plus 185 to record a win. I think that is a very good number for a Phillies team that has been jumping all over teams early. And usually when you jump on teams early, your pitchers record wins. So I like that.
Yep. Just to let you know, DraftKings has a super boost right now on Nick Castellanos, whether or not he'll get a hit. That's it. And he's not just mashing a home run and that's it. He's getting base hits as well. He's having a hell of a night.
He's just hitting well. Yeah.
Yeah, he's dialed in. He's so dialed in right now. Even money plus 100, down from minus 150. All he's got to do is get 1 base hit. And it's called a super boost on DK. Take advantage of that offer. So many more out there. And again, last night, there's a video on our timeline where they offered plus 200 more odds on Bryce Harper to hit home run on his birthday.
Of course.
And he did. And he did because he's the ultimate showman. All right. Speaking of showman, you ready to go on this one?
Yeah, but Brandon Marsh minus 120 with an average of 353 so far in the postseason. I mean, that to me is playing the numbers well.
All right. I'm heading down to the game. It's wild. It's just straight anarchy down there.
What time are you leaving?
I don't know. Because this is airing, and there's a chance when this airs, I'm in my car. So I don't know.
Oh my god!
Let's see, dude.
It is a good thing that it's an 8:00 game, so
I'm
you have
wearing
plenty
the same
of time.
Clothes that I was wearing last night. I'm ready to go, dude. It's October. My head is spinning. So, as I said, we got a trifecta going on down at the link, right?
Mm-hmm. It's a lot going on.
What is it? So that's Mexico and Germany.
Mexico and Germany. Yep.
And what is that?
What
just is it a World Cup game or is it like a qualifier? Is it just exhibition?
I think it's just an exhibition.
I'm trying to.
Oh, you're trying to get a parlay in. Are you trying to get a parlay? Is that what you're
Phillies,
doing?
The Flyers.
Okay,
and
you're getting a South Philly sports complex parlay. We can't call this a Philly parlay, right? Because it's involving international teams.
Correct.
But what you're doing is a South Philly sports complex parlay. It's got to be Germany, though, right? I don't know anything about international soccer, or at least too much.
Somebody call Tansy. Who's playing?
Get Tansy's pick. Tansy, what do you got? Give us a play.
I'm trying to find it. Damn, where is it? All right, so the 2 parlay for the come on, you won't let me do that? What's going on here? The plus 114 for the Flyers.
Friendlies. There we go. Is that it?
Yep, that's it.
Germany -1. Jeez. Wow.
Germany what?
Germany's minus 145. Woo! All
right, so we're taking the Germans. We're taking the Germans. Where'd you find it on DraftKings? What is it again?
It's under you go to soccer and then international friendlies.
Dude, I'm so blind these days. Old. Soccer. Not snooker.
By the way, we do have college football on tonight, too.
Oh, dude, it's crazy with the Tuesday games. I love it, though. Shout out to Conference USA.
I do, too.
Looking up the Degens in a big way. Mexico, Germany. So Mexico's plus 350. That's all right. We're going Germany. We're going to take the lock here. We'll go Germans. The Germans. We're going to go the Phillies, of course, right? We can't bet against the Phillies. They're going to win this game. They're going up 2-0.
Yep.
And then we're going to hockey. Hit them with the horns.
Wow.
It's the South Philly Sports Complex daily ticket parlay.
That's the longest title of a bet I've ever heard.
Plus 479. Get on board.
Okay, but you can actually parlay together because you can't parlay a lot of things. Like you can't parlay props and stuff into this, but you can actually use the Aaron Nola to record a win. You can use that in the parlay at plus 930. You can put that together with Germany money line, Flyers money line, And then plus 930, $20 gets you 206.
I'm going to pass on that. I'm just going to go straight
up.
I'm going straight up with the win.
Boo.
I don't want to get when you're in the parlay world, don't get too fancy. That's what I always tell people.
That's not getting fancy. That's just smart.
It is. Yeah, it is.
It's not getting fancy.
If
it's
Nola
just a record a win.
If Nola gets the win, did the Phillies win the game?
Well, yeah, if Nola gets the win, do the Phillies?
That's correct. Of course, I know the answer to that question. Well, then we all win.
But we know how the game script is gone for these Phillies. If they win early. Why would you right? Do you see, unless you see like a late inning? We've never seen a late inning, kind of heroics other than Harper's home run against the Padres, but it's more been ambushing starting pitchers early. Use your great starting pitching and bullpen to keep the lead and come away with a win. I would actually like to see that. How many Philly starters have recorded a win in the postseason for the Phillies? I would have to dig up that stat.
All I know is who's going to blow that. Are the Flyers going to blow that? The South Philly Sports Complex Daily Ticket Parlay.
Yeah, so right now, Wheeler, the only game he didn't get the win was when the Phillies didn't win. But every win that Wheeler and Nola have had, like that they've pitched in, they've gotten the W. They've gotten the win. They've recorded that. So Aaron Nola has pitched in 2 starts, Miami and Atlanta. He has recorded the win in both of those games. Zach Wheeler, in the 2 wins, he recorded a win in those 2 games, and the only one he lost is the actual loss. And then Ranger Suarez, he didn't pitch long enough in the first one, but he pitched long enough in the second one to record a win. He recorded a win. So, to me, I think that's pretty clear. If you're going for the win, just bet the starter.
I am not in the parlay. Good luck to everybody else out there, and let's cash in. Let's keep it rolling.
Wow.
This team ain't losing.
I cannot believe. I'm learning how much of a coward you are with.
I'm
betting.
not a coward. I got it. It's my favorite play. It's my favorite play straight up. I'm not a coward.
Then use it in the parlay. If it is going to be a win, then recorded as a win for the starting pitchers. I
would tell you straight up, and you know me, I'm not a guy that likes to pat myself on the back. I'll tell you right now, I don't think there's anybody hotter right now when it comes to wagering. When it comes to wagering, nobody is picking. Do you know I got a text message last night that said, "Hey, what do you like? Give me a lock in the Monday Night Football game." I said, Keenan Allen, anytime touchdown. First touchdown. What else did I say? Casty and Harper. Everybody said Casty's not going to do it. Casty can't do it. He did it. He did it. And Harper. Boom. All I'm doing is giving winners. Dolphins. Moss. I mean, come on, man. Get on board. It's daily ticket. Nothing but winners. All right, speaking
Sean
of that,
Brace only wins, never loses. He's the best gambler on the planet.
Stop it. Here.
Although I will admit, right now you are on fire.
I'm hot.
Yeah, you're on fire. I can't argue with that.
All right, couple quick ones, real fast. First of all, be sure to stick around. Coming up at 6 o'clock, you're going to hear the Marco Ferrante Coaches Show, which will feature Villanova's own Eagles Ring of Honor. And damn, was he an amazing football player for the Philadelphia Eagles. Brian Westbrook, one of a kind. B. West will be on at 6:30 right here on The Gambler. That will be the Mark Ferrante Coaches Show from the Chickies and Pete's over in Drexel Hill. Then immediately following tonight's game, John Jansen and Luke Arcani back in studio. Following tonight's game, you see the number. All you got to do is call in. You're on the air. We're your take. We want to get the reaction, all of that. Everybody's loves these man on the street videos, right? Everyone's running around with a microphone outside the ball yard. Well, this is perfect. Get in your car. Give the Gambler a call. Jansen, Luke Arcani, they'll be on the phones on the other side. Also, Friday, we're back. McGillicuddy's, Main Street in Manayunk. They're blocking the road off. We're going to be doing a live pregame / party. I'm DJing throughout the game. That means music between the innings. How many times do you think I'm playing A-OK? How many times do you think I'm playing?
If you don't play it after every commercial break, I will be stunned.
DraftKings sending the number in at 11.5. Just be ready. It's going to be an unbelievable time. We're going to have giveaways.
11.5. I don't know.
It's going to be a great game to be at. Game 4. We'll be talking about possibly moving on or Game 5. Who knows? Long way to go until we get to that spot. But that's Friday, so we already made your plans for you out there in the Delaware Valley. Come on out to Manayunk, McGillicuddy's. We will be there courtesy of our friends over at myphilly.house. Those guys do it better than anybody in the real estate game. Once again, myphilly.house, our home away from home every football Friday. But we got Phillies game 4 action. We're teaming up with McGillicuddy's. That will be the place to be. John Jansen, final thoughts. Anything on your mind?
Go Phils.
I like a man.
Aaron Nola's going to record the win. Put it in your parlays. Don't be a coward.
I like it. Everybody enjoy the games. Use DraftKings Sportsbook. Be sure to use Brace as a promo code. Keep it locked right here to the Daily Ticket. We roll on.